hell's been going on behind my back? There it is.
Ruben,
So is this what you wanted extra money for? Fine feathers? Fine feathers. And you went to go bomb while my back was turned?
Ruben, we were going to tell you.
A man has to go downtown to talk to his pals before he comes home and finds out what's going on in his own family.
Who told you?
Look, I got ways of of knowing who told me, all right? I got ways of finding out what goes on when my back is turned.
You didn't leave town at all. You've been down to that dirty old pool hall.
I got every right to go down to that pool hall as I damn well please.
I thought you were in such a hurry to get out of town. Oh, yes, you had to get to Muskogee tonight.
I could still make it to Muskegee in 1975. Lord have mercy, 1975.
Did Lord McDummon come into the pool hall while you were there? Did he? Did he tell you? If he did, I'll never buy anything in that store again.
Well, that suits me just fine.
Oh, why couldn't he have kept his mouth shut? I was going to pay for the dress a little at a time, and
Bought your wife the finest dress, he says, with walking into the arcade with a big cigar in his mouth, wearing a fine tailored clothing. I just bought your wife the finest dress in the store.
oh, that makes me furious.
Jesus Christ, woman, what do you take me for, huh? But one of those oil what? One of those oil millionaire men? You know what you're married to. See, this girl doesn't even want. See, this girl doesn't even want a dress because of all these high flashing ideas of dresses, parties, and nonsense.
Ruben, of course Renee doesn't want to go to the party. She never wants to go anyplace. All she wants to do is lock herself in the parlor and practice at the piano or hide her nose in a book. After all, she's going to get married one of these days, isn't she? And where's she going to look for a husband in the public library?
I bought her a dress a while ago.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
That's news to me. When?
A few months ago. Yeah, I bought her a new dress a few months ago.
I certainly never saw it. What did it look like?
It was white.
Ruben Flood, that was the dress you bought her 3 years ago when she graduated from the 8th grade, and she hasn't had a new dress since then except for a few school clothes.
So why can't she wear the white dress to the party?
Because she's grown 3 inches since you got her that dress, and besides, I cut it up 2 years ago and dyed it black and made her a skirt out of it to wear with a midi.
It's just the same. Look, I ain't got money to spend on no party tongs, all right? I just ain't got it.
Oh no, you don't have the money when we need something here at home, do you?
No, I don't.
But you always have money for a bottle of bootleg whiskey when you want it, don't you? And I dare say you've got money for a few other things that I needn't mention just at present.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
The hell I do.
I know what goes on when you go out on the road. You may tell me you spruce up for your customers, but I happen to know better. Do you think I'm a fool?
What are you talking about?
I happen to have friends, decent, self-respecting people, who tell me what happens when you go out to Ponca City.
The Whirlpool sisters?
It's all right who I mean. I have friends over there, that's all I need to say.
Those nosy made the Whirlpool sisters? Goddamn, is that who been running telling you stories?
Maybe you don't have money to buy your daughter a new dress, but it seems you have money to take Mavis Pruitt to dinner whenever she's over there, and to a movie afterwards and give her presents.
Look, I've known Mavis Pruitt ever since I was a boy. What harm is there if I take her to a movie?
You're always too tired to take me to a movie when you come home.
Well, life's different out on the road.
I bet it is.
Besides, I didn't ask her to go over to the Gibson's house. I'm sitting there one night just eating dinner, and here she comes, and what could I do but have her join me?
She went to the Gibson house because she knew you were there. I know what kind of woman she is.
But she's not as painted as everybody makes. All right, she's had a hard too.
Oh, she has.
Yes, she has. And I feel sorry for her.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
She's had
yes,
her
I
eye
do.
on you ever since I can remember. What happened to the man she left town with after we were married?
He ran off and left her.
For good reason, too, I bet. But I also heard that she was seen sporting a pair of black bottom hose shortly after you left town, and that you were seen buying such a pair of hose at the Globe Dry Goods store.
All right, look, I'll admit, all right, I did buy her a couple hoes, and they only cost like 68 cents. Plus, it was her birthday, and it made that poor woman feel good. And besides, I've known Mavis Pruitt ever since I was a boy. I was a little more flush then.
How do you think it makes me feel when people tell me things like that?
You ought to not listen.
How can I help it?
Look, there's nothing going on between me and Mavis Pruitt, all right? Mavis Pruitt is nothing for you to worry about.
There's probably a woman like her in every town you visit. That's why you want to get out of town, so you can go frisking over the country like a young stallion.
Hey, you better keep your mouth shut, all right? The daughter will hear you.
I'll let you care about your daughter. I'll let you care about any of us.
So you think I don't care for you unless I put you over my knee and nail you?
What you need for a wife is a squaw. Why didn't you marry one of those Indian women out on the reservation? Yeah, she'd make you happy. And you wouldn't have to pay any attention to her at all.
You know what? I should have done that.
Oh, so you want to throw it up to me?
Oh, what?
You know what, Reuben Flood?
Don't know nothing.
You never wanted to marry me.
I never said that.
It's true, isn't it?
All right, look, I'll admit. No, actually, you know what? If you want to keep on thinking that, then go ahead, all right? But I'll admit, in some ways, I didn't want to marry nobody, okay? Can you understand how a man feels about giving up his freedom?
And how does a woman feel knowing her husband only married her because he
Look, that's not what we was even arguing about in the first place. What we was arguing about was that dress, all right? You gotta take it back.
I won't.
Better take that dress back to Lauren Dolan, or I will leave and never, or else I will leave this house and never come back.
Go on. You're only home half the time as it is. We can get along without you the rest of the time.
So is that what you're gonna do? There'll be ice cream parlors in hell before I even come back to this house and listen to your jaw.
Get out. Get out and go to Ponca City. Mavis Pruitt is waiting. She's probably getting lonesome without you.
Oh God, Cora. Just want to sit here and hit you whenever you talk to me like that.
Go on and hit me. You wouldn't dare, Reuben.
You know what? I'll go to Ponca City. I'll drink all the booze I can. I'll take Mavis Pruitt with me and raise all kind of hells I can. To hell with you.
Don't you ever step foot in this house again, Reuben Flood. I'll never forget what you said. Never. Don't you ever step foot inside this house again.